What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and as always we are going to go ahead and just get it started. So if you could like the video, subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and hey, how's it going? My name's Ratboy. Let's get into it.
What if I told you the only way to get her back is to let her go? I know that sounds strange, but if she's meant to be in your life, trust me, she will find her way back to you. We make breakups so much harder on ourselves by stressing over how we can win her back and obsessing over what we could have done different or what we should be doing now. But you will never be able to control whether or not she comes back to you. So obsessing and chasing after her only prolongs the pain and actually pushes her further away. So as hard as it is, it's time to let go of the outcome and focus on finding your happiness.
Surely this is all for me. I'm so important.
So this is probably some of the worst type of advice, some of the worst advice you can use. I will agree with one part of it. Just don't worry about chasing anybody. Honestly, if a relationship is ended, just ignore them. Let them go. It really doesn't matter what they do. They're not a part of your life anymore. So you need to just do your own thing. I would always suggest concentrating on yourself, doing something to elevate your life, whatever that situation might be. A lot of times it is getting healthier, possibly expanding on, let's say, your business or on other revenue streams you have coming in. This will not only benefit you in the short term, but it will also benefit you in the long term because you are actively working on a goal and you have to keep your eye on the prize. I always suggest to pretty much anyone, you should have some sort of goal in your life, whatever that goal might be. You should be working and striving towards something, whether it's to get healthier, whether it's to advance it at your job, in your position, start your own business, do your own thing, help with your kids, help with your family. Whatever that situation is, for every man is different, but I would always recommend to try to elevate your life in any way, and not even just after the ending of a relationship. You should be doing this at all times. You should always be concentrating on making sure that your tomorrows are better than your todays. And to add to that, especially if you've ended a relationship, if you've gotten out of a relationship, never get back with that person. You know, sometimes people always like to get back with their exes, and it's kind of a joke. It's kind of an ongoing joke. But the truth is that if you've been in a relationship and you broke it off, or they broke it off with you, or whatever the situation is, just forget it. Just don't worry about it. Just concentrate on yourself, because there is a reason that it didn't work, and that reason, whatever that reason is, would possibly happen again in the future, because 9 times out of 10 people do not really change. A lot of times they will tell you that they've changed, or you might believe that they want you to believe something, but people really don't change. And like I said, every situation is different, but you should always just focus on yourself, take care of yourself, and then everything else will fall into place. Let's check out this next clip.
Hey, so y'all know how men be getting on this internet and be like, oh, well, y'all female should have picked better. And my whole thing is like, we did pick.
You blew it. Capiche?
I just want to make a comment real quick. I completely fixed this audio. This audio was completely busted when I got the clip. There was noise in the background. There were people talking. It was such low volume, but I can't believe I got it to sound so good. Anyway, I just want to say that.
Why is everyone so stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
Continue.
We thought that we were picking the better because these men were doing everything up under the sun the right way, everything that we wanted. And so a man felt like he got you where he wants you, and then he want to show his true colors and start trying to dog you out because he felt like, oh, he got you and you ain't going nowhere and da 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 da.
Let me make one quick comment here. A lot of times when men say choose better men, they don't actually mean choosing them. What it means is the overall process. A lot of times women will spend the first part of their 20s, even the late part of their 20s, just kind of been thinking about finding the right guy, just messing around, sleeping around, doing random stuff with random men. And these men aren't necessarily, these women know these men aren't like be any sort of long-term relationship. They're not going to be important in their life whatsoever. These women are just having fun and living free and being independent and hot girl summers and all of this stuff. But the thing is it's at that point, is at that time in these women's lives where they need to start choosing the man they want to spend their life with, because the amount of men that these women will accept later on, that list is going to be dwindling pretty quickly. And so a lot of times these women will get to a certain age in their 30s, and then they're wondering why there's no men that want them, and they want to blame men. Well, it's not the men's fault. You spend a large majority of your 20s not being serious about any of this, and now the time you want to be serious, and the men don't want to be serious with you. This is what happens every time.
And they be like, pick better. We thought that we were picking the better. He was a good man to us. What do you mean pick better? If Muff didn't hide who they was, see, what Muff gotta do is they be having to hide who they really are. See, men know how to be good men. They just choose not to be when they don't want to be. That's the thing. They gotta sit up there. They gotta hide who they are to get us where they want us, because they know we all want to be treated right. See, men know this. But then when they got you in that place where they feel like, oh, she ain't going nowhere, I got her right where I want her, da-da-da-da-da, then they start showing their ass. And then it's, oh, pick better. No, he was the better that we were picking. It's just he had a mask on, and now the mask is off. You know what I mean? Some men can hold it up for a bit of a time, and some they start to show their true colors a little bit sooner than others, because you can't fake it for too long. But some do know how.
Fucking ugly.
This is a classic case of women thinking that the amount of value a man has is solely dependent on possibly like a job, or how they look, or what kind of car they drive, or how big their house is. And in reality, that doesn't necessarily mean that the man is a good man or that he will treat you right. That all has to be shown to you. So a lot of times these women will actually get treated really badly, but since he buys her gifts, or he pays for this, or he does that, or he drives her everywhere in his nice car, or drives her everywhere in his Bugatti, or whatever the situation is, they will overlook all of the bad stuff until it can't get overlooked anymore, and then there's an issue.
But y'all can't keep telling us to pick better when y'all actually, all these motherfuckers know how to treat us good, because they do it to get us. It's then later when they feel like they got us where they want us, and they want to feel like they want to do us dirty, and they want to do this, that, and the third, and they really don't want to be monogamous and this, that, and the third. They feel like they got you where they, so they start showing their ass. So don't keep sitting up here telling us to pick better. We did pick the better, and the better turned out to be not the good majority of the time, because some of y'all do be going in situations that just absolutely insane, but and the red flag be right there, and y'all still be going forward with it. I don't know what would be wrong with y'all, but do better.
Or here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the up.
How much do you want to bet that all of the men she has dated or been involved with were all the same type of guy? And she doesn't understand why it's not working out for her. I would say, first off, a lot of times, a lot of men that value themselves and have integrity and honesty and are just good, humbled men aren't going to be attracted to a woman who can't open her mouth all the way when she needs to say a word and starts mumbling. A lot of modern women will confuse high value men with wealthy men, or a high value man with a successful man. And a lot of times that does ring true, but most of the time these women just end up disappointed. They end up disappointed because they thought that they found a good man, when in actuality the man was just buying them lots of gifts and were providing for them, but was actually just not a very good person to be around. But don't try to tell them that. You can't blame, you obviously can't blame the women for being in relationships with these men. It's all the men's fault. It's all of the men. Well, if you would have been serious about dating when you were younger, found someone, waited until marriage, waited until you knew that this guy was for you, and then you started a family with this man and did everything you were supposed to do, then you wouldn't be in this situation. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you have something to say. Please like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.